Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we explore the world of entrepreneurship and help you build a successful business. I'm your host, Louis, and today we're going to talk about a crucial topic: recession versus depression. These two terms are often used interchangeably, but they have distinct meanings and implications for businesses. So let's dive in and understand what they're all about. First, let's define what a recession is. A recession is a period of economic decline, typically defined as a decline in gross domestic product for 2 or more consecutive quarters. During a recession, businesses may experience reduced sales, decreased revenue, and increased uncertainty. However, recessions are usually short-term and can be an opportunity for businesses to restructure, innovate, and come out stronger on the other side. On the other hand, a depression is a longer-lasting and more severe economic downturn. It's characterized by a prolonged period of economic decline, often lasting several years or even decades. Depressions are typically marked by high levels of unemployment, widespread business failures, and a significant decline in economic output. The Great Depression of the 1930s is a classic example of an economic depression. One key concept is the business cycle, which refers to the fluctuations in economic activity over time. The business cycle consists of 4 phases: expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. Recessions occur during the contraction phase, while depressions can occur when the contraction phase is particularly severe or prolonged. Another important concept is the idea of economic indicators, such as GDP, inflation rate, and unemployment rate. These indicators can help businesses and policymakers anticipate and respond to changes in the economy. For example, a rising unemployment rate may indicate that a recession is on the horizon, while a declining inflation rate may suggest that an economy is entering a depression. Let's look at some real-world examples of recessions and depressions in action. One notable example is the 28 financial crisis, which led to a global recession. During this time, many businesses experienced significant declines in sales and revenue, and some even went bankrupt. However, other companies, such as Amazon and Netflix, were able to adapt and thrive during this period. Another example is the Great Depression of the 1930s, which was triggered by a combination of factors, including a stock market crash, overproduction, and drought. During this time, many businesses failed, and unemployment rates soared. However, some companies, such as Procter & Gamble and Coca-Cola, were able to innovate and adapt, and they emerged from the depression even stronger. So, what can you do to apply the concept of recession versus depression in your own business or career? First, it's essential to stay informed about economic trends and indicators. This will help you anticipate and respond to changes in the economy. Second, it's crucial to build a resilient business model that can withstand economic fluctuations. This may involve diversifying your revenue streams, reducing debt, and investing in innovation. Third, it's vital to develop a growth mindset and be willing to adapt to changing circumstances. This may involve pivoting your business strategy, investing in new technologies, or exploring new markets. Finally, it's essential to build an emergency fund to help your business weather any financial storm. This could involve setting aside a portion of your profits each month, reducing unnecessary expenses, or exploring alternative funding sources. In addition to these strategies, there are several research findings that can help you navigate recessions and depressions. For example, studies have shown that businesses that invest in innovation and R&D during recessions are more likely to emerge stronger on the other side. Other research has found that companies that focus on customer experience and satisfaction during economic downturns tend to perform better than those that do not. By staying informed, building resilience, and adapting to changing market conditions, you can navigate even the toughest economic time. So don't be afraid to take calculated risks and invest in your future. Remember, every great business starts with action, and the best time to start is always now. In fact, Some of the most successful businesses in history were started during times of recession or depression. For example, Microsoft was founded in 1975 during a period of high inflation and economic uncertainty. Today, it's one of the largest and most profitable companies in the world. Similarly, Airbnb was launched in 2008 during the depths of the financial crisis. It's now a global phenomenon with millions of users. So what can you learn from these examples? First, that recessions and depressions can be opportunities for innovation and disruption. By identifying areas of need and developing creative solutions, you can build a successful business that thrives even in difficult economic conditions. Second, that building a resilient business model and staying adaptable are crucial to success during economic downturns. Finally, I want to leave you with some practical tips for navigating recessions and depressions. First, stay informed about economic trends and indicators by following reputable news sources and economists. Second, build an emergency fund by setting aside a portion of your profits each month or exploring alternative funding sources. Third, invest in innovation and R&D to stay ahead of the competition. And fourth, focus on customer experience and satisfaction to build a loyal customer base. That's all for today's episode of Business with Louis. I hope you found this discussion of recession versus depression informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you want to learn more about building a successful business, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.